Hey everyone, it's Jonathan, and I just wanted to jump in here and give you a quick update to let you know that the Disney Movie Marathon is going to be switching release days for at least the next few months. I think eventually I will move it back to Mondays, but for now, just to keep myself on track with everything else I have going on, the show is going to be moving to Wednesdays starting next week. And in addition to Disney episodes, there's also going to be at least a couple of bonus podcasts thrown into the mix, partly because even though these will not be about Disney films per se, I feel like they're tangentially related enough that they can be included here. And also, I think that the part of the Disney audience that is roughly my age, like kids who grew up in the 80s and 90s, will appreciate them. This change-up is also due to, in no small part, the fact that I have a very busy schedule coming up, and it's going to be a big help to be able to give you some bonus content instead of trying to scramble to get you a bunch of brand new episodes finished, while at the same time trying to get stuff done for my other podcasts. As some of you may know, I have 3 podcasts, soon to be 4, and on one of my other shows, Every Version Ever, I'm in the middle of a series on Pinocchio. At the beginning of the year, I had 2 of those episodes planned that I was fully intending to use as Every Version Ever and Disney Movie Marathon episodes. However, as I started researching them, I realized my entire life is a lie. Not really, but the 1996 Jonathan Taylor Thomas version of Pinocchio, a movie that I have always thought of as a Disney film, turned out to not be, and therefore it and its direct-to-video sequel had to be taken off my Disney Movie Marathon schedule. I have some episodes in the works to fill in that gap in the schedule. However, doing that effectively doubles my workload this month, and with my upcoming real-life work schedule, I am beginning to question whether or not I have time for that. So you're getting the Jonathan Taylor Thomas episode anyway, as well as its direct-to-video sequel. Hopefully the fact that they are not Disney films will not be too disappointing to you, but there will definitely be more Disney content besides that, so you won't be left with nothing from the mouse. Starting on Wednesday, May 10th, that will be the first episode on the new schedule. We'll kick things off with an episode that I originally recorded to be released with Alice in Wonderland when we get to that. My friends Jenna, Mark, and Eli join me to talk about Walt Disney's first big series of theatrical shorts, the Alice Comedies. However, it's going to be a while before we get to the 1951 Alice in Wonderland film, and in the meantime, we already have a follow-up to the Alice Comedies episode in the works, talking about Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. So I'm releasing the Alice Comedies podcast this month, and that way the Oswald episode can hopefully come out next month. And in between all that, we have another Pinocchio adaptation as well, one actually made for Disney this time, The Wonderful World of Disney's made-for-TV film from 2000, Geppetto, starring Drew Carey. Either way, there's plenty coming to look forward to, and it will all be happening on Wednesdays, at least for now, just so I can keep everything straight with my 3 release schedules, as well as the simultaneous releases happening with the Pinocchio episodes, and my real-life work schedule, complicating my podcast schedule. We will eventually get back into Disney's package films, but I am trying to pace myself, so those will likely wait until July or August, depending on my schedule. Until I catch this podcast up to where I am in the canon on my main podcast, I do want to give you guys a nice mix of old and new content, and not just churn out all the repeats from my first podcast all at once. And while it is still my intention to hopefully move to an every other week release schedule, I think for the time being, the schedule will look about the same as it has for the past couple of months, with new episodes 2 or 3 weeks in a row, followed by an off week, and then 2 or 3 more episodes, and so on. So technically, you're going to be getting even more content than I had planned, but it's technically less work for me since several of these episodes will be shared across more than one podcast. Okay, I think that's all for now. I need to go put the finishing touches on that Alice Comedies podcast, and then the Jonathan Taylor Thomas Pinocchio episode, so we will see you on May 10th for more Disney Movie Marathon. Thanks for listening.